Hi, Teresa. I just want to give you some feedback on your site. Just wanted to let you know that, um, come on, the images work. So all that craziness we went through, everything works. So I just want to touch on a few HTML issues and some cleanup that you want to do before you do the CSS homework. So I'm on your index page right now, and what I do to check all these is I just start by clicking on a tag and making sure that the closing tag is there, and if it is, it will light up in purple. Right away, I see that you don't have a closing HTML tag, and that is the very last thing that has to happen on the page. So you need to add your closing HTML, and notice now that they are lighting up purple, which means they have a closing tag and an opening tag. Next, we have your head, opens and closes, title does, your meta, and your descriptions. Those are all great, so your head is perfect. Then we come to the body, and I'm just going to push this down because the body is everything that we see on the page. And notice it's not lighting up because you didn't close out the body either. So body, if you run this through a validator, it should definitely point out these issues. So make sure you always run it through the validator. So everything between the body tags are what we see on our page. Now we can start dealing with divs within here so that we can stylize it. So you have a div for your header, and that usually contains the site branding and the tagline. And I noticed that you have them separated out. So your div for the header, I'm going to push these things over just so it visually makes some more sense to you. Closes right here. This is what's inside of your header. What's inside of it is another div containing site branding, which is great. It opens and closes. You have a heading 1, and then I'm going to push this down here. Inside a paragraph, you have an image with an alt tag, and that paragraph closes. Then you have a horizontal rule, which is that line. That's fine. That's up to you, and your div closes. However, your whole header is just that. Your tagline needs to go in your header as well. So this div, you need to cut and put up inside of this one as well. So inside your header, you have two things. You have a div of site branding and you have a div of a tagline, and that makes perfect sense. So heading 2s, and you have a paragraph with an image inside of it. So that's perfect. Next comes your navigation. So we're good there. You've got your div for the navigation that closes here. Inside of it, you have an unordered list, and you have a bunch of list items, 3 of which you correctly linked to their page. So that's great. And that is the end of your navigation. The next thing that hits is the body content, and you have a div for that, which closes right here. Now, because these all go in a row, I'm just going to make some space here so it's a little bit easier to see. And I'm going to suck out some of these spaces. All right, so your body content on your index page is an H2 that says welcome, and then 1 paragraph, and that's it. I'm wondering if maybe this picture that you have up here, you have 2 pictures in your header, your logo, and then another one. I'm just wondering if maybe your tagline of confidence can be there, but maybe you want to put this image down in your body content, either before or after the welcome words. It might be better down there. It's not wrong, but I just think it might look better there. Then, for whatever reason, you wanted another horizontal rule, so that's fine. You might not want that or need that once we start adding CSS. Then you have your footer, which is great. But what's confusing is you have all of your hyperlinks in there again, and sometimes it's good to have that down there, but it's really confusing. So I think just to keep your footer simple, I would wipe out everything up to your hours. But they also have to be in paragraph format, not just emphasis. So a paragraph, and then italicized or emphasized, you have hours. You have a line break. Just push this down so visually it looks the same. Friday, another line break. Saturday, online 24/7. And then you're going to end your emphasis. So all of that, whoops, is emphasize, but you need to have a backslash to close that out. So from here, oops, you already closed out hours. I don't think you wanted, maybe you want the word online to be emphasized, to be italicized. So that would do that. And then your break, typically we close them in the opposite order that we open them so that it's wrapped. So online is italicized, you have a break. Social, I'm going to take this out. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you want that emphasized too. I'm not sure. You're going to have to decide what you want to be italicized. So here the word social is, and then you have a break. Facebook, Instagram, Blogger, Pinterest. You don't need to do this. It's just easier, I think, to check code when you have things on lines like this. And then, did you really want this to be a heading 6? It's going to be super tiny. I'm thinking more of a paragraph is better. Oops. So close that out. So there's one paragraph in your footer. And then you have a paragraph of your copyright information. Just take out the W, that's not in that word. And put a space here. And that's the end of your footer, and your body closes and your HTML closes. So that would be a clean page. I'm going to save your code and go and show you. This is what it looks like right now. And then if we refresh it with the new code, this is your footer now. So we took out all of these links that were redundant, and this is your footer. So again, what I was saying is maybe this horizontal rule really throws me off. I think your tagline should probably go right up here underneath what women want, even before your logo, or maybe your logo goes on top. Kind of play around with that and get that figured out. So then once you get this one done, remember everything on this page you can pretty much copy and paste, except for page by page, you need to swap out the body content and make it specific to the page. So on your About page, when you get to body content, make sure that everything opens and closes correctly. It's looking good. There's the end of your body content. So assuming everything else is fixed, that page looks good. And then on your contact page, again, I'm going to skip all this and go straight down to body content. And inside here, you have a paragraph with an image. Source equals, something's not right here. Images, because it's not lit up yellow like we would expect it to be. SOURCE, images. Let me pop over here. So many files open. Okay, so these are your 4 images, and the one that you're calling for right now is www Office JPEG. This one. Oh, I don't use a PC enough. I know I'm forgetting what I want to do here. View details. www Office JPG. So why is this not working? Images. Oh, maybe this is how it looks here. Never mind. I think I'm talking out of turn. Sorry. Okay, never mind. That's fine. And then on your contact page, you also have a heading 2 with a paragraph and an anchor that works. And that's your body content. So again, this looks fine, but change the rest of the page to be a clean code like your index page needs fixing. Overall, everything's there. It's good. It looks great. So just make those couple of tweaks before you move on. And always remember to run things through the validator, because some of those little things that we caught, the validator would definitely catch for you as well. So that's it. let me know if you have any questions.